Your travel bags are not just for carrying your clothing. They carry the essentials that can make or break your vacation. It's all in the bag. People are traveling more often. It's not just the snowbirds going off in the fall. It's families going any time of the year. I know that we don't have a particular year. And one of the main things Colette helps people with is to get organized. But it really is about the bag.
It definitely starts with the bag, and what I do is I often go to a spare room like we have today and throw on my favorite suitcase, which I call the tank. It survives through...
The tank?
I call it the tank. It survives through a lot of things. So choosing the right bag is important. A lot of people may be road warriors and choose to just go with a single bag, but most of us have a lot of things to do, so choosing the right bag is key. We want to know we can identify it on the other end and we remember which one it is.
Yes.
So often to put a little ribbon on would be very, very helpful, and making sure that it's going to fit everything and that it's going to be the right weight. So
weight. Yeah, that's a big thing now,
weight,
isn't it, Colette?
Weight is huge. So you want to make sure you have a little handy dandy weigher, or you can weigh it on your scales, because the chance of you paying for a second bag is not as much as it would be for having an overweight bag, and that's something that people don't think about. They try to jam everything in today because of the bag issues of cost per bag, but an overweight bag is extremely expensive.
You know that from experience. On a recent travel experience that the skipper and I had, we decided that we were just going to go with a carry-on bag instead of the really large bag, which I normally do, and I found it to be a surprising experience. So can we talk about these particular size bags? Because a lot of people aren't used to traveling with a carry-on.
I agree, and as much as I'm a road warrior myself and I've been to 40 countries, it's very rare that I go
40 countries?
Over 40 countries.
Has that suitcase been to all of them?
No. Some of them. But the carry-on bag is a tricky situation. You have to give it a lot of thought and be very attentive to what you do. And even if you're not going simply with a carry-on like this, which you want to make sure you have exactly the right size.
Is this a regulation size carry-on?
Well, one thing I want to say to you, that regulation for different countries and airlines are different. So
do check the website.
Check for the country that you're traveling in to make sure it's the right one, and make sure you know that what carry-on means. One bag and one personal item. So what typically I do, even for carry-on sometimes, is I started carrying with the very unattractive knapsack, but...
Which, when you're running through an airport to catch a late flight...
I have done a lot of running. And you also have your hands free for boarding passes.
Yes.
I also take another purse with me and carry that as well. So this works.
You actually have 3 bags.
I know, but we're not telling you. This works really well. Another way to conceal some of those other bags that help in the traveling are the fanny pack.
Oh, the fanny pack, yes.
The passport bag.
Oh, okay.
Or the passport hanger that goes around your neck.
Yes.
So the key to the carry-on bag, whatever it is, you want to make sure that your important documents are always in the same place.
So close at hand.
Close at hand. I like to have a standard uniform that I wear, my uniform travel, my bags, that everything goes in the same place. So know where it is. If you're switching it up every time, you're going to get confused. Which thing is it in? And I know when I do my jog to that flight in between, sometimes you do not have the extra second to be wondering which pocket did I put it in as you're running in to talk to the attendant.
Now that we've decided our larger bag, we have some smaller bags that we need to have our necessities in to go in the larger bags.
You're right, and I've got lots of tips on how to use bags to make our life easier when we're traveling.
Well, I'm seeing some real goodies here, and I'm going, she's pretty crafty.
This is one of my favorite tips. If you have your muddy or dirty shoes, simply take the shower cap and use that as a bag for your shoes. It works really well. A nice way to carry it. Also, when you're leaving home, many of us have these newspaper bags that show up on our doorstep all the time. Those are great to put shoes in as well. And one of the favorite bags for every professional organizer or person who wants to be organized is the Ziploc bag. Now, these come today in so many different sizes. You can put individual kids' clothing in these. You can separate your clothing, your socks, your underwear, all kinds of things that can be used for a wet bathing suit afterwards.
Especially that last day when you're at the hotel and you want to get one more swim in before you leave. What do you do? Throw your wet
Yeah.
Suit in your suitcase? No.
No. So you go home with one stinky bag instead of a bunch of other stinky things.
Like that.
I always throw a few just generic grocery bags in to throw some of that stuff in as well. And don't forget to bring a cooler bag. You can pack some things in here, have it for your day tripping when you're also using your knapsack, which was your carry-on bag. That's great for when you're out for the day. You can save money by buying a baguette, some other things. Your lovely cheese will stay in here.
Because then you can travel more when you buy baguettes.
Absolutely.
Buy food, carry.
Yeah, saving some money. You can also save some space in those bags by packing carefully and thoughtfully as you're packing and shoving the extra little items in the shoes, and using one of these magic bags sometimes to roll them up a little bit. That can give you some extra oomph as well, or extra room in the bag, but really packing properly makes sense. And some of the other bags that work really well that you can pack are these bags that you can have everything in it. You can label them and know what they are, and you simply have it packed like this, unfold it, and hang it on the back of your bathroom wall.
I love the
and they're
hooks
good
on
to
those.
go.
Yeah, they're perfect.
They're great.
Absolutely perfect. Part of traveling and the dangers of having bags and having similar colored bags and all those things is potential loss of luggage. And I'm seeing, Colette, you've got something going on here with this one, and you have this little interesting piece of paper on this luggage.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Well, of course, these days we know lost luggage is inevitable. Anyone that travels has been there. I've been there quite a few times, and the real problem is if you're traveling in a country where not everyone might be the same size as you, maybe curves, maybe height, it's very hard to go out and purchase clothing last minute. So another good reason to take a change of clothes in your travel-on bag. I always have a bathing suit with me because I want to know I can get to the beach. I have usually a yoga pant or something that I can have, another t-shirt that I've traveled on that can take me with my pashmina to a reception, go up or down, and rinse out easily.
Down. I like
up
that.
or down. So whatever is in my carry-on bag will take me for a few days, as I've had to do 5 days in Cyprus, a couple days in other places, and it will keep me going. But back to the losing the luggage.
Yes,
Often we put our name tag on the main handle on the luggage.
Well, that's what they tell you to do when you're at the airport.
They do, but let's not listen to them. If you can not have it so much on the handle, but on the little clasps, you're safer. The handles are the main thing that break. When that breaks, your name will go off. Chances are you won't have anything in the bag that will say your name. That's why they go off to the warehouse and people bid on them later to buy all your good stuff. So another secret is you should always have your itinerary, your name, a call number, your where most of us travel with cell phone numbers inside. I like to put it on a brightly colored piece of paper. I have it in my computer already, my main information, and then I would add on the name of the hotel, if I'm moving, to another hotel, what that whole itinerary is. But if you set this as the last item right on top, they do, when the name tag is lost, they do check in the bag first to try and find if there are any other ways of recognizing that bag belongs to someone. If not, it's often is becoming a great deal for someone else. So nice piece of colored paper. Be attentive of where you put your name, and don't worry about putting it on a couple of times either. Make sure your handbag has it on, your carry-on, any bag that you're carrying with you. If you can be recognized with a name and a cell phone number these days, there's a good chance of getting it back. But without that, you've just lost some valuables and sometimes some precious items as well.
Wow, this is exciting, and in my head right now I'm thinking, okay, time to start planning a trip. Thanks, Colette.
You're welcome.